Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dirt Racing Network. As tonight we're here at the dirt track at Charlotte for another outstanding night of the DSRL Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Thank you so much for joining us. I am your host for tonight. My name is K.R. Stolfus, and in the booth with me is the ever so illustrious Mike Peterson. Mike, how are you doing out there tonight?
I'm doing great. KR, ready for some racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. 21 cars in the server here, ready to tackle this racetrack here tonight in the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series.
Man, I'll tell you, I'm excited for this one. The season continuing to roll on, and tonight is no different from what we have seen any other night. These cars are going to get out on the track, get down and dirty, and let fly the mud and fling in some dirt here at Charlotte. So it is going to be, well, another action-packed night as always, Mike. And as we are seeing these drivers go through our drivers meeting, what do you think we're going to see here?
We're going to see some great racing. Got a lot of top drivers on the sim in here, as we always do a lot every Thursday night. And so a lot of great racing. And we don't come here very often, and maybe once a season. So it should be a great race, and see what these guys can put on a good show. Maybe go flag to flag. That would be awesome as well.
That would be awesome, but we're getting ready here as we're looking at 2 minutes 15 seconds left of warm up, and then we're gonna run into qualifying. So far, we are looking at having some heat races, and then with a car count of right now at 21 drivers, looks like we're trying to get Scott King in as well. Scott, thanks for checking in, man. Hopefully you can get that car fired up and get out here. So you do have just a few minutes left. And so, Mike, we're getting ready for qualifying. If you want to throw down who helps make tonight's race possible.
We got Sign It Up, Wicked Energy Gum, JIR Sim Sports, and there's one more. And Scott King's Designs, and Wegan Casey's Attorney at Law. And we're going to send it to tonight's national anthem.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as qualifying is wrapping up. 50 seconds left to go in this session. And right now, your Balducci trucking qualifying session pole sitter is the 85 of Tyler Shell, but I think he is going to stay on top of that. There's just 30 seconds left. Everyone has turned a qualifying time. Good news for the fans of Scott King. He has joined the session, but so far has not turned a qualifying lap as he makes his way out onto the speedway. We'll see if he can get up to speed and lay down a lap before he runs out of time. He has roughly 12 seconds to get that done. I don't think he's going to make it, but he has made it into the server. So good news for the fans of Scott King as our Balducci trucking qualifying session does draw to a close. Tyler Shell going to pick up that, well, quick time award, if you will. But now it is time to move on to our Weggy and Casey I-55 Lawyers Heat Race number 1. And Mike, you have tonight's starting lineup.
Starting lineup for Heat Race number 1 coming onto the racetrack. The Weggy and Casey I-55 Lawyers. Everybody's going to make the feature tonight. Only 22 cars make it their way into the pits here tonight. So everybody's just going to be racing 4 starting positions. Top 2 from each heat will go to the Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. They'll set the first 3 rows of tonight's AMA, and everybody else will file through on how they finished in their heat races. Starting on the pole in the Elbows Up Simsport, Fairway Mortgage, BS Air, Catchfetch Apparel, number 85 from Millersburg, Pennsylvania. That is Tyler Shell. Starting on his outside in the second spot. In the number 9, that is Joel Berkeley. Starting third in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Ultimate Dirt TV, number 10 from Warrensburg, Missouri. That is Ryan Scheidt. Starting in the 4th spot in the 421, that is Britton Roxbury. Starting 5th in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Ultimate Dirt TV, number I believe he's a 54 from Ellington, Florida. That is John Batista. Starting 6th in the Black Diamond Motorsports, number 90, that is Trevor Royer. Starting 7th in the Bill Russell Ford, number 96 from Starksville, Mississippi, that is Matt Dixon. And starting in 8th, the Team SKD Scott King's Designs, number 118 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that is Scott King. So 8 cars going 10 laps. Everybody's going to tonight's A main, top 2 to the pole dash. And back to KO.
One more time around under caution with that Chevy Silverado pace truck out in front of the field. Then Tyler Shell going to send it off into turn 1 wide open style as this track is nice and fresh. Hardly even broke in. Here we go. Shell in control of the field. Joel Berkeley on his outside in that 17 machine as they work their way off of turn number 4. On the throttle we go. Green flag is out. The 17 of Berkeley gonna have to go wheel to wheel with Ryan Scheidt. But here we go. Here comes Roxbury right through the middle. He's going to charge up into second place. Slide job on Berkeley. Berkeley dives down to the inside. Close quarters there, but he holds on to it as Tyler Shell on the high side already running inches off the wall. Now he's going to dive down to the inside as Roxbury falls back just a little bit. Mike said it, everyone going to make it into the show here tonight, so they are all racing for starting positions in the A main as Berkeley in that 17 machine back into second place. Now closing in on Shell, going to lose a little bit of ground as he spun the tires coming off of turn number 4, but he is really chasing after the 85 machine. Roxbury sitting in 3rd. Ryan Scheidt right now sitting in 4th place in that 10 machine. Trevor Royer in the 90 right now finds himself in 5th place. Matt Dixon going at it with John Batista. Batista on the high side. No, I'm sorry, that was Scott King as Batista falls to 7th. Scott King in 8th place. It is all Tyler Shell for the moment, but Berkeley trying to make something happen down on the inside. As Shell now looks at 4 laps to go in our Weggy and Casey heat race number 1. Roxbury battling for second place. Berkeley on the outside. Roxbury sliding up, gives room to Berkeley, and Berkeley holding on to second. Going to tag the wall there. That's going to mess up his entry, but he stays in the throttle. Carries some speed down the back stretch, holding on to second place 2 more times around the 85 of Shell, leading every lap in this race so far. Berkeley, though, has been hounding him. Roxbury has been chasing as well. Once again, into the bottom lane goes the 17 of Berkeley, trying to get a little bit of momentum there. Slides up, and Shell on the final lap has the lead going into turn number 3. Off of 4, here comes your Wiggy and Casey Heat Race number 1 winner, Tyler Shell in the 85. Joe Berkeley second, Roxbury third, Royer fourth, fifth will be Ryan Scheidt, Dixon sixth, and I ran out of time to get through the rest of the finishing order. So heat race number 1 done and in the books. Our second heat race brought to you by JIR Motorsports on the grid. And Mike with our starting lineup.
Heat race number 2 gridding up here on the front straightaway, starting on the pole in the JIR Motorsports. Heat race number 2 is going to be the number 10 from Dayton, Ohio. That is Cameron Merriman, starting in his outside in the Swindell Speed Lab. Fast 4 Media JST. Number 5 from Loomis, California. That is Rusty Kruger. Starting in the 3rd spot in the Elbows Up Sim Sport over the wall photography. Number 21 from Hanford, California. That is Shea Paulo. Starting 4th in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Ultimate Dirt TV, Tim Sim, Sim Styles. Number 1 from Pittsboro, Indiana, that is Mason Hannigan. Starting in the 5th spot in the Casey's General Store, number 4 from Des Moines, Iowa, that is Jason Randolph. And starting in 6th in the UDSRA, Highside Racewear, Fast Lane Speedweight Engines, number 55 from Livingston, Montana, that is David Flick. And starting in 7th in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Ultimate Dirt TV, Dirty Dicks, number 91, that is Ernie Williams. 10 laps, 7 cars, top 2 to tonight's A-Main. Everybody else will go, or top 2 to the pole dash. Everybody else will go on to tonight's A-Main.
Our Balducci Trucking pole dash going to take place after our heat races. Top 2 drivers making it, Tyler Shell and Joel Berkeley, already anxious to see who they are going to have to race in the pole dash. This Chevy Silverado makes its way down the backstretch. It's going to peel off, get out of the way, and Cameron Merriman in the 010 machine has control of the field. Rusty Kruger on his outside in that 55 machine. Here we go. Heat race number 2 is underway. And quickly, the top 2 get single file down to the inside. Goes Shea Paulo in the 21 machine. Contact made with the 4. Mason Hannigan sliding in to 3rd place in that 1 machine. As Paulo down on the bottom is losing a little bit of ground. He's going to wash up as Randolph had to lift. Ernie Williams in the 91 started shotgun on the field, trying to get 2 cars, 1 corner, not going to make it work. Slides up in front of David Flick. Flick had to lift a little bit. Room was given there. But meanwhile, the battle continues between Shea Paulo and Jason Randolph. Randolph has the spot for the moment, but Cameron Merriman out in front. Rusty Kruger chasing him. Kruger sitting at just about 0.6 of a second behind Mason Hannigan. The little Hurricane up on the high side with that right rear on the cushion, right in the tire tracks of the 55. As Kruger dives down to the inside, washes up a little bit, looking around this dirt track, trying to find some speed to track down your race leader. But Cameron Merriman has pulled away and looking very solid here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. This field has gotten single file, everyone running up on the high side. Contact with Ernie Williams and Jason Randolph. Both those drivers get it sorted. And we're going to 3 laps to go. This time around, Merriman up on the high side. He works his way into 3 and 4. Going to see two times around. Hannigan getting crossed up in 3 and 4. Paulo to his outside. Can Mason Hannigan hold him off for that 3rd spot? Paulo's going to get a run. Paulo gets into the wall. Heavy contact for the 21 of Shea Paulo. He sorts it out, gets rolling once again, but Cameron Merriman looking at the final lap as he works his way down the backstretch. Going to join our 2 other drivers in the Balducci pole dash. And Cameron Merriman's going to win it. Rusty Kruger in 2nd. Hannigan third. Fourth goes to Ernie Williams. Shea Paulo fifth. Sixth, David Flick and Jason Randolph going to bring it home in seventh place as the drivers take to the grid for Edmund Trophy Company Heat Race number 3. Mike on the starting lineup once again.
Heat race number 3 presented by Edmund Trophy coming onto the racetrack now. Going to have 7 cars for the final heat race of the evening. Starting on the pole in the Slick Sim Sports, Napa Auto Parts, Wicked Energy Gum, number 49 from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That is David Heilman. In the second spot, in the Brent Marks Racing Sim Team, Alkaline, 88 Wicked Cushion, number 25 from Ontario, Ohio. That is Kevin Click. Starting in the third spot, in the Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sims, Ultimate Dirt TV, 19 Design, number 80 from Plymouth, Wisconsin. That is Josh Stanky. Starting in the fourth spot, in the number 74, that is Adam Elby. Starting in the fifth position in the 422, that is Mike Roxbury. Starting sixth in the JZI Racing Photography, number 54 from Fremont, Ohio, that is Alex Stautiger. And starting in seventh in the UDSRA, Forrest Wegson KC. I-55 Lawyers, number 73 from St. Louis, Missouri, that is Larry Moody. 7 cars going 10 laps. Everybody to tonight's A-Main, top 2 to the Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. And back to KR.
Tonight is moving very quickly already into heat race number 3. The action has been intense in all heat races so far. 4 drivers in the Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. We're going to add another 2 in 10 laps. Who's it going to be? Heilman on the inside of row number 1. On his outside, the 25 of Kevin Click. Can one of these 2 drivers win the race? Will anything happen unintentionally? Here we go. Let's find out how this shakes down. The 49 on the throttle, and we are underway for our 3rd heat race of the night. Heilman through the middle. He's going to drift up to the high side. Kevin Click trying to send chase, but the battle for 3rd and 4th place. Joshua Steinke in the 80 holding on to 3rd. 4th going to Adam Elby. We got Click slide job for the race lead. The 25 to the front. Heileman down to the inside. He's going to return the favor. Here comes Steinke to the inside of Click. Click now falls to 3rd, but he's going to make a quick move down to the bottom. He's going to slide up, but going to give room. That's going to give the momentum to Steinke in the 80. But now, once again, Click to the bottom. He slides up in front of Joshua. Josh on the throttle, and Kevin Click sideways. He's going to collect Stautinger. Stautinger in the 54 gets rolling. Larry Moody already off the race, but Heileman in the 49 out in front. Joshua Steinke sitting in 2nd. Adam Elby in 3rd, giving chase. Everyone's searching this dirt track at Charlotte, trying to find where they want to run. Kevin Click sitting in 4th. Mike Roxbury in the 422 machine in 5th place with Stautinger in 6th. Stautinger 5.5 seconds off the race lead. With no cautions in these heat races, you got to be perfect for 10 laps so far. That is the 49 of Heileman. Steinke giving him chase, closing in on him, but not quick enough. We're going to have 3 laps to go this time around. Steinke closing in ever so closely. Down to the inside goes the 80 machine. Heileman staying committed to the high side. 2 more times around. Can Joshua Steinke get to the inside down the backstretch? Both drivers tagging that outside wall and corner exit. Here they come. Final time around, white flag in the air in our Edmund Trophy Company heat race number 3. Heileman has the race lead. Steinke in 2nd. Joshua down to the bottom, gets crossed up and off the high side. The 49 of Heileman is going to win it. Steinke 2nd. 3rd, Adam Elby. Kevin Click 4th. Alex Stautinger 5th. And 6th will be Mike Roxbury, who is going to finish on pit road. Larry Moody is a did not start here tonight in the heat race. So, 3 heat races done and in the books. Everyone making it straight into the A main here tonight. But that does not mean we're going to run without our Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. Top 2 drivers from each heat race going to figure out where they are going to start. So 6 cars getting ready to roll out. And Mike, you have all the 411 on tonight's Balducci Trucking Pole Dash.
Pole Dash rolling onto the racetrack, presented by Balducci Trucking. Rusty Kruger, Joel Berkeley, David Howman, Cameron Merriman, Josh Stanky, and Tyler Shell will be the 6 cars that are going to participate. Going to set the first 3 rows of tonight's 30-lap A-main. Waiting for Josh to make a couple adjustments on his race car. Here he comes. Got the guys lined up, ready to go out here. Going to get a full field invert. Race control is reading off the starting lineup to these drivers right now. Looks like Josh Stanky is going to be on the pole. Rusty Kruger will be on his outside. Joel Berkeley will start in the 3rd spot. David Howman in 4th. Cameron Merriman will be 5th, and Tyler Shell will be 6th. Going to go green next time. 8 laps. Top 2 from each heat race here in the Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. Going to get ready to go green.
Pole Dash drivers all lined up side by side. 6 drivers going to go at it to determine the first 3 rows of tonight's A-main. As we are underway, Steinke in that 80 machine gets a good jump. He's going to go straight to the high side into turn number 1. Kruger going to work right through the middle of the track there. Meanwhile, Heilman on the high side battling with the 17 of Berkeley. Berkeley going to slide up in front of Heilman. At the front, that 55 of Kruger challenged for the race lead. But Steinke to the top, and now Heilman battling up for the race lead. So far, Steinke is holding off every charge for the top spot. 3 wide going into turn 3 as they fight it out for 4th place. Kruger had it for a moment. Now he is dropped back to 5th place. Tyler Shell in the 85 up on the high side slides into 5th as Kruger drops into 6th place. But up at the front of the field is the 80 of Joshua Steinke. Berkeley in 2nd. Heilman running through the middle. He is losing some ground as we are at the halfway mark of this pole dash. Heilman gathering it back in, sitting in 4th. Tyler Shell trying to take it away from him. Shell down to the bottom, 2 wide off of turn number 4. And now Merriman, slide job into 2nd place. Berkeley and Shell get together, and Merriman's going to get into the outside wall. He settles it back down, but ends up in 5th place. Steinke running away with it 2 more times around. Berkeley in 2nd. Shell trying to slide job on Berkeley, giving room, cuts off Heilman just a little bit. Heilman dives down to the inside as Shell's going to get into the wall. Final time around. Steinke out in front. Joel Berkeley trying to close in on him. And it has been all Steinke in that 80 machine working his way through 3 and 4. And he is going to win the Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. Man, oh man, what a finish as Berkeley got caught up in an issue and did not catch what it was. And I did not get to see the finish of that. So Mike, Cameron Merriman in 2nd place. Tyler Shell 3rd, Berkeley in 4th. So a bit of a kerfuffle at the end of our Balducci Trucking Pole Dash. As we go into warm-up, we'll see all 22 drivers take to the track that signed in here tonight. And guys, no one go anywhere. We're going to step away for a commercial break.
Cars coming onto the racetrack here for the Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series race here at the dirt track at Charlotte Motor Speedway. We're going to give you the rundown from 7th on back, since we're going to rearrange those first 3 rows. So starting in the 7th spot will be the 421 of Brent Roxbury. Starting 8th will be the 1 of Mason Hannigan. Starting 9th, the 74 of Adam Elby. Starting 10th, the number 90 of Trevor Royer. Starting 11th, the 91 of Ernie Williams. Starting 12th will be the 25 of Kevin Click. 13th to 10 of Ryan Scheidt, 14th to 21 of Shea Paulo, 15th to 54 of Alex Staudiger, 16th to 96 of Matt Dixon, 17th to 55 of David Flick, 18th to 422 of Mike Roxbury, 19th to 54 of John Batista, 20th to 4 of Jason Randolph, 21st the 73 of Larry Moody, and 22nd will be the 118 of Scott King. Cars are rolling here. Going to get, once they take the Iverson green flag, race control rearrange those first 3 rows and how they finished in the Balducci trucking pole dash. Once he's satisfied, we're going to get them lined up 4 by 4 by 4 for the greatest sight in all of motorsports. Going to come your way, and then we're going to cut them loose for 35 green flag only laps here tonight.
As the field paces around waiting for the iRacing green flag to come out. However, it will not be the start of the race. It'll take about 3 laps to get everything done, including the fan appreciation. As I said, as Mike said, the greatest sight in all motorsports, the 4 wide salute to all the fans. The drivers begin to line up. They're going to set the first 3 rows and then split the field. Next time around, we will get to see that 4 wide salute. On the pole for our start will be the 80 of Joshua Steinke. Cameron Merriman on his outside. Row number 2 will be the 85 of Tyler Schell and the 17 of Joel Berkeley. Row 3 for this start, on the inside, the 49 of David Heilman, and on his outside will be Rusty Kruger as the drivers line up 4 wide. A salute to the fans, only seen with our sprint cars on dirt. Everyone makes their way down the back stretch. I tell you, you get chills every time you see this. It is just as awe-inspiring when you're in the race car to see it. So these drivers letting all you fans out there of the Dirt Racing Network know that they appreciate you coming out. Pick your favorite driver. Let us know who it is. Make sure you cheer loudly for them as the 410 Wicked Energy Gum Outlaw Series gives you the 4 wide salute. But we get ready to go green flag racing. Everyone getting lined up. Joshua Steinke in the 80 machine gets on the throttle, and we are underway. 35 laps of racing. Here we go. Steinke out in front. Merriman up to the high side, giving chase. Down on the bottom, though, that is Tyler Schell in the 85. They're going to try and go 4 wide off of turn number 4. Heileman trying to stick his nose in the middle. Everything gets a little bit tight there, but the 85 of Schell rolling the bottom. Did not get the run up off the corner. 3 wide. Heileman able to hold on to it. How did he save that as they were all making contact up here in an intense battle for the top 5? Here comes Kruger to the high side of Heileman as Berkeley got into the wall. Steinke down to the bottom as a caution flag flies. Kevin Click in the 25, Ernie Williams in the 91, and I believe that is Mike Roxbury as well. David Flick getting involved. So 4 cars coming together. Not sure how this all started, so I'm going to take a peek at it here. Kevin Click finding trouble. Let me back this up one more time. As I look at this, Kevin Click working his way down the front stretch here. Things got tight. He went down to the bottom, slid up high. Ernie Williams on the outside. Slide job gone wrong. David Flick into the party late. That also collected Roxbury, who Roxbury went sailing down the back stretch. So our first caution of the night coming out. The field going to get a chance to reset. Sitting on pit road is the 25 of Click, the 91 of Ernie Williams Jr. We'll see if those two drivers can make it back out there. David Flick in the 55 machine has been on and off pit road. That Steinke continues to be your race leader as the lights have gone out on the Chevy Silverado. Field getting nose to tail. We're going to fire them off this time by. Here we go. Steinke in control of the field. The 80 machine has been out in front. Berkeley trying to give chase as the green flag waves once again to the high side. Goes first and second place. Berkeley all over the back bumper. He's got some momentum. He's going to send it down to the inside. Berkeley to the front. Shell trying to slide job on Steinke. Steinke able to pass them both as he got a great run off at turn number 4. Here comes Heilemann. Heilemann and Shell are going to make contact. That was some close racing. Everyone sorts it out. Now Berkeley once again sends it in with the slide job. Berkeley's going to get into the wall. Hard into the wall. Berkeley still trying to catch that thing. And now the caution flag is going to come out to look like Berkeley was able to save it. So I'm not 100% sure if that caution came out because Berkeley being in the wall. And no, it looks like contact at the back with David Flick and Mike Roxbury. They got together on the front stretch. Flick ended up on the side of his race machine. But Berkeley really got into trouble and has fallen back. Well, it looks like he is going to be in second place, so what a lucky caution for the 17 of Berkeley. So as the field cycles around under yellow, Steinke, your race leader. Berkeley in second place. Shell sitting in third. Fourth going to Cameron Merriman as Berkeley's going to pull onto pit road. Might be having some issues with that 17 machine. So Heilemann moves to fourth. Kruger fifth. Sixth place going to Trevor Royer in the 90. Adam Elby sitting in seventh. Eighth going to be Britton Roxbury. Shea Paulo behind him. And then rounding out your top 10. This timing and scoring is going a little bit crazy here. That is the 10 machine. Brian Scheidt. So here we go. Pace truck out of the way. Joshua Steinke picking up the throttle once again. We're back underway here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Tyler Shell giving chase to the 80 of Steinke. Shell going to send it at a slide job down to the bottom. Steinke right through the middle. Heilemann slide job for third. Can't hold on to it. Merriman now gives chase. Dives down to the inside. Rusty Kruger watching all this go down in front of him in fifth place. Shell, gentle entry into turns 3 and 4 down on the bottom. Continued to work that bottom lane. Found a little bit of something coming off. We'll see if he's going to dive down there once again, but everyone sliding up to the high side through 1 and 2. This time Shell does go back down to the bottom. Trying to roll that bottom lane through 3 and 4. Got another great run up off of turn number 4. This time he's going to try it in 1 and 2. Can he make it work as they're going to be 3 wide coming off of turn number 2? Heilemann and Steinke get together. Contact is made, but they sort it out, and Heilemann moves into second place. The 0-1-0 Cameron Merriman. Now he's going to go down to the bottom. He saw Tyler Shell make it work. He's going to try and make his way forward doing that. As Heilemann giving chase to Tyler Shell in the 85. 3 wide off of turn number 3 as the battle for fourth place is really hot and heavy. The 90 machine of Trevor Royer on the outside. Royer's going to get into the wall. Gets into Merriman a little bit. As that settles down as behind Royer is the 74 of Adam Elby. 8th place right now is the 421 of Britton Roxbury. Roxbury solidly into 8th place. Out Alex Stoudinger sitting in 9th, but under heavy pressure for that 9th place is Shea Paulo, giving chase to him. To the inside of Shea Paulo is Ryan Scheidt. Down on the bottom, Mason Hannigan ripping the top side here as Hannigan finds himself in 12th place. Matt Dixon in the 96 machine, trying to roll the bottom as he has the 54 Batista to his outside. Contact made between Shea Paulo. More contact. Paulo going to go sideways. We stay green. Somehow Shea Paulo was able to hold on to it. But Tyler Schell continues to lead. Heilemann all over that rear Nerf bar. We're on lap 20 of 38. Well, my lap counter is a little messed up. Heilemann dives down to the inside. Schell going to try and change it back up once again. 0-1-0 of Merriman sitting in 3rd. Lap car Mike Roxbury staying down to the inside. Everyone in the top 3 goes to the high side through 3 and 4. Heilemann's going to get a good run. He's going to send it down to the inside lane. Now he slides up in front of Schell. Schell turns it down to his inside. Merriman going to follow suit. Heilemann goes to 3rd. And now Merriman sends it into top spot, but not able to hold on to it as he tagged the wall coming off of 4. Tyler Schell back to the front of the field. Our top 3 really mixing it up. And you see that bump developing down the back stretch as this track is starting to really wear in. Drivers having to work the throttle, having to be careful going into the corner entry. As Merriman going to turn it from the middle, gets a great run down the back stretch. Merriman to the front, slides up to the high side. Here comes the momentum of Schell. He's going to move down to the inside lane. Schell turns it sideways. He's going to try and roll the bottom as Merriman up on the high lane. The battle for the race lead. Hot and heavy slide jobs being traded. Merriman to the inside of Schell off of turn 4. Schell now dives down to the inside as Heilemann right through the middle. Schell lost some ground that time. Merriman found a little bit of something through 1 and 2 as Tyler Schell and David Heilemann are going to go at it off of 4. Side by side at the line as the caution flag is going to fly. Mike Roxbury in the 422 was on his side. Not sure how that all went down for Roxbury in the 422. Him and Britton are going to get together going into turn 3. And Mike Roxbury going to end up on the side of his race machine. That sprint car being hauled back to pit lane. So Mike Roxbury right now being scored in 19th spot. 22 drivers started the race here tonight. As things stand right now, Kevin Click, Ernie Williams, David Flick out of the race. Mike Roxbury just got involved in one. Shea Paulo sitting on pit road as well. That is leaving us with 17 cars out on the track. And at the front of the field is Cameron Merriman in the 010 machine. Tyler Schell sitting in second. Third, David Heilemann fourth. Trevor Royer, and in fifth place, the 74 of Adam Elby. Dainke right now finding himself in sixth after being an early race leader. Kruger in seventh. Britton Roxbury in eighth. Ninth place going to Mason Hannigan. As the pace truck going to get out of the way, we're going to fire it off once again. We're going to have 10 laps to go when the green flag flies. And here we go, back underway in tonight's A-main event with 10 laps remaining. Merriman to the high side. Schell down to the bottom. Heilemann going to follow in the tire tracks of the 010. Trevor Royer closing in quickly. Soon it's going to be a four-car battle for the race lead. Schell rolling that bottom lane. Gets a good run off of turn number 2. Slides to the front for the moment. Merriman bouncing through 3 and 4. Settles it down. Tries to get a run, but Schell again showing some speed on that inside lane. A lot of moisture down there, but very close quarters to that tractor tire. Can't catch that infield tractor tire. That will ruin your race in a hurry. But Tyler Shell threading the needle very well for the moment. Heileman in third, following in the tire tracks of the 0-1-0, as the top three are pulling away now from fourth place Trevor Royer. Royer has some room to run. He's got, free pickings of his lane choice. Kruger into fifth and battling with Adam Elby. Elby going to get crossed up coming off of turn number 2. Steinke sitting in seventh. Hannigan up to eighth place. Mason Hannigan trying to close the gap. Britton Roxbury sliding up in front of Hannigan. That is a battle for eighth place. We're going to have 5 times around before we can throw that checkered flag. The battle at the front of the field is spread out as Cameron Merriman now has a lead over David Heileman. Tyler Shell in the 85 machine slotting into third. Dell's still trying to work that bottom lane. Merriman up on the high side, inches off the wall. As we have 3 laps to go. Cameron Merriman now pulling away from the field. Joel Berkeley in the 17 machine started up front, finding himself in 11th place. Britton Roxbury battling just ahead of him with Ryan Scheidt. Scheidt to the inside of Roxbury, but we got white flag in the air for Cameron Merriman. Final time around. Cameron Merriman has a 1.1 second lead over David Heileman. Final time into 3 and 4. Heileman going to not have enough, and Cameron Merriman going to pick up the race win here tonight. Heileman second, and rounding out the final step of the podium will be the 85 of Tyler Shell. As the drivers come around on the cool down lap, onto the front stretch come the top 3 drivers. And man, oh man, the dirt track at Charlotte putting on another great show here in the 410 Sprint Car, your Wicked Energy Gum 410 Outlaw Series. Done and over with. But let's not go anywhere just yet as we set up our post-race show. And we are going to... Well, Mike, not sure what we're going to do. We're going to get... All right, here we go, folks. We're going to talk to our top 3 finishing drivers. And we're going to kick it off with Tyler Shell in the 85 machine. Tyler, you bring it home in third place here tonight. And man, I'll tell you, it looked like some very intense battling between 3 cars for that race lead.
Yeah, that was it's a lot of fun racing them. They race a lot of respect, and it's just a lot of fun. You can race side by side with them. I was just late race restart. I was kind of surprised that I was able to hang with Cam on the bottom for that long. I thought the bottom really wasn't there. I was just going out there to try something because they were just blowing by me on the top. I just didn't really have car set up for there, and then my brake really wasn't cooperating on the bottom, so it was kind of tough running there. So I was just kind of happy to come away home with the third.
Yeah, running that bottom lane, it seemed like at times worked really well. It looked like a very narrow strip of racetrack. You had to be picture perfect on that, able to hit it several times in that 85 machine. And you mentioned not having that top lane working to your liking, but bringing it home third here tonight.
Yeah, just you got to find a different lane if you're wherever your car feels good and is competitive. So I tried the bottom there. 3 and 4 just really wasn't there. 1 and 2, I felt like I was getting it there. Once I got their momentum worked up, it was I had no chance after that. If it was like 4 laps before 4 laps to go out of that caution, I might have had a shot. But once I got their momentum, it was over.
Well, third place finish here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Who do you got to thank for your effort?
Like to thank everyone that puts us on, all the sponsors that puts this series on, and you guys for broadcast. You guys do a great job broadcasting, and then Elbows Up Sim Sport and all of our sponsors: Anderson Speedway, Motorsports Beach, SF Logistics, Paints by Tuna Can, Hergot Real Estate, Over the Wall Photographs, Catch Fence Apparel, and Fairway Independent Mortgage Corporation.
All right, Tyler, thank you very much for sticking around for the post-race show, man. Once again, congratulations on third.
Yep. See you next week.
That was Tyler Shell, your third place finisher. And now we move on to our second place driver. That is the pilot of the 49 sprint car out here tonight, David Heileman. David, congratulations on second place, man.
Thanks.
That 49 machine was in an epic battle all race long, not only for the race lead, but it seemed like every spot on the track you were fighting tooth and nail for.
It's probably because I had to give those spots back, given the time of cautions a few times. But yeah, we kind of screwed ourselves in the dash. Just went to run the bottom and held the throttle down, and then let everyone kind of get by me on the outside. And then we were just trying to work our way back early, and the car felt good early. But yeah, I don't know. The timing of cautions kind of screwed us a little bit, and then at the end, right on the restart, Cam made a mistake high, but Tyler was low, and the middle was already going at that point. And I just kind of had to wait for us to clear Tyler, and then Cam put a bunch of really good laps in a row, and we started overdriving it, and he was just pulling away from us, but take second.
Well, solid second place effort here tonight at the dirt track at Charlotte. Who do you got to thank for tonight's race?
The outer guys at Slick, Wicked Energy Gum, Wicked Cushion, Down Under Graphics, Street Yard Graphics, their racing network for putting on.
That is the driver of the 49 machine, David Heileman. And once again, man, congratulations on that second place finish. But now it is time to move on to our race winner, and that is none other than Cameron Merriman. Cam, congratulations on the race win. That 010 machine put in a stellar performance all night long.
Yeah, thank you very much. It was a lot of fun. Good race. It was phenomenal, racecraft between myself and Tyler Shell and David Heileman. It was really exciting to be in the car for that one.
Man, you guys were trading slide jobs. Jabs were being thrown out on the track left and right, but you finally landed that knockout punch in the last few laps and pulled away. Man, oh man, tell us about that battle and what it was taking concentration-wise to have that kind of performance here tonight.
Yeah, I knew that I would have pace late in the race. It was just a matter of trying to come out relatively unscathed until then. So the beginning of the race was kind of hectic. I was pulling my foot off the pedal a lot, just trying to be patient, letting other people get by because I knew I'd have the pace eventually. Because on a place like Charlotte, where especially early in the race, you're vying really heavily to gain the top line because it's got so much pace, but it's also really thin up there. So you're kind of dancing on the razor's edge with everyone throwing slide jobs because the track's so wide. So it's really challenging trying to balance, keeping your line along the top and then also seeing people coming so you can prepare a crossover or whatever it might be. But as it came down the wire there, racing David and Shell, the big challenge is, you can have insane pace going into 3, land the slider, end up 10 car lengths ahead of the guy, but when the track is like it was at the end of the feature there, you're just praying at like 20% throttle that the car will just go because you basically lose all your momentum the way that the track configuration is, and you're just trying to get down the front stretch before they send it back on you to turn 1. So at the end of the day, it seems like you're just waiting for someone to make a mistake or just not barely hit their line. So like I said, I just try to be patient, and hell, it was a lot of fun too.
Well, patience paid off for you here tonight. You bring it home with the trophy, the biggest one given out here tonight. Who do you have to thank for tonight's effort?
Yeah, I'd like to thank all my friends and family who support me and cheer me on throughout this and the Pro Series. And obviously, I'd like to thank everyone that puts this on for DSRL. It's a phenomenal little series that we have running here each week, something to look forward to. And you guys do a great job with the broadcast, and it's always entertaining and a good time to come hang out. So big kudos to you guys, and thanks a lot.
All right, Cameron, once again, congratulations on the race win out there. Go get you a nice little cool drink of water, as you've got to be worn out after that battle.
That's right. Maybe a beer too. Take care.
All right, man. Cameron Merriman bringing home the race win here tonight. And Mike, the dirt track at Charlotte, never a disappointment when we come here, but man, oh man, what a battle that was up at the top 3 all night long.
Top 3 put on a show. It was a great race, great slide job battle, and then it would have been cool to see a late race caution and get a late race restart. But Cameron put on a heck of a show and showed why he is one of the top drivers here on the sim. All 3 of these guys are top drivers on the sim, so it was a great show overall.
That it was. And Mike, next week we are off. Wait,
no,
yeah,
2
we're
weeks.
off next.
No,
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
June 4th. I apologize. So we are off June 4th. So we have a race coming up next Thursday night. Where are we headed to that Thursday night race?
Hold on. Let me get that information for you.
Like at the end of the season, they ask.
While I'm waiting for that information, I know Roger has a broadcast tomorrow night, so I want to plug that one. It's the Flat Out Sim Series, 8:30 Eastern Time tomorrow night. And then he says he's got 2 shows on Sunday. With the holiday, I'm not so sure. He hasn't heard yes or no, so I'm waiting to hear from him. So there's a chance there'll be 2 more shows on Sunday. We're off on Monday for the holiday for the Tim's Dirt Track Simulator's Monday Night Thunder Series. So I know for sure tomorrow night, maybe Sunday, not Monday, and then we'll be back next Thursday.
All right, guys. Well, there you go. A ton of action headed your way right here on the Dirt Racing Network. If you haven't done so yet, please go ahead and like, subscribe, thumbs up, follow, all those good things from your platform of choice. Let everyone know you appreciate the show that went on here tonight. And so, Mike, I believe we are ready to pack this up and head on home.
Yes, sir. Ready to shut it down. It was great night of racing. Cameron Merriman put on a good show and came home with a win here tonight.
All right, guys. So that is going to do it for us here at the Dirt Track at Charlotte. Thank you so much for joining us here on the Dirt Racing Network. And until next time that we see y'all, stay safe, have some fun while you're at it, and we will see you next time.